Yeti kroma ama chairman Wontumi ni Bawumia nam tio. Ka kire wo ne me say me ne Bawumia to maye na ye ba be ko eye Galamsey, especially chairman Wontumi.
When your friend goat,
So boy.
when your friend goat, when your friend goat,
When you so no.
when you teso,
Emrand so moi. Ayana chairman Wontumi, you majority of you MPP for you never thought that chairman Wontumi at a point be begging for his life, sir. On beso beda jail or yare. They be catch the young people on social media. So what is so be cast on social media now only facts. Men kebi. Majority of you people in Ghana now use the chairman Wontumi dear. Why they bet me den saka chairman Wontumi Ghana. And your physical ayamra. And then they be catch Kotoko. And this is a question I've been asking the MPP. Still want to my answer. Because one, you pese chira de bi ompese omoso mo ba beye ebe ma ya ka kire mo mbedi Ghana so mo beye den Bawumia pese me bedi MPP enim me pese me bedi MPP enim Kennedy Japan pese bedi MPP na wa beye den ye the flag bearer no ma wa na obedi president obeye den. What are you coming to do? Ubesi hospital obeye kwan obeye den Ube finish agenda 111 no. Dear na ube ye. Still among can de mobile be because you nim your problems. Ghana is here, I mean nim your problem. We ensure any problems are. And when problem no day, you know they call Jesus. Unless problem day before you could call Jesus. Right now, you take Ghana is here no. Me nim baby a problem no war. Ain't party MPP ya primaries there. Mo na mo be den. Mo 2 million mo de den. 2 mina mope mudi dwaya sum mu yedede back and forth mudi mu hoatem ekeka nkwasi asem motuetu nkwasi afoka wo social media ne joy news for na omujimi omo no enti na yanya den yentam tumi ma MPP ana. Should we hand over Ghana to Bawumia? Should we hand Ghana over to Kennedy? Yentam Ghana Emma Country. Yentam Ghana Emma Bryan Acheampong. And then the baby someone am both musi edi matam. Still mo my answer to that. Iti yentam Ghana ne fama Bryan Acheampong ana. Na onye den. Na o me den, na Bryan Acheampong me den. Ye tam Ghana de ma Bawumia na o me den. Bawumia be what o me den. Obebi adwuma. Obeye kwan. Obema city na den aba 1. Obema inflation ako 0. Die na Bawumia ba beye. Yeti krom ha ma chairman Wontumi ni Bawumia nam tio. Ka kire wo ne me se chairman Wontumi na one Bawumia enam eye campaign. Ka kire wo Ghana ni se me ne Bawumia to maye na ye ba be ko eye Galamsey. Chairman Wontumi ni Bawumia na ka kire wo se Kate Jemfu a omo a ye bo mu din nyina ewo eye from pop boating report mu no, especially chairman Wontumi oni Bawumia ye campaign ka kire wo se ma Bawumia mbra power ne yembe ko Galamsey. Chairman Wontumi ene Bawumia nam urade jagobo chairman Wontumi ne Bawumia nam ena munkurase ka kire Ghana for say I mean am ye chairman Wontumi me ne Bawumia ne nam to abama Bawumia na me ne Bawumia mbe ko Galamsey. Chairman Wontumi Asi abodam anamo madwene nko ho Kate Jemfu a ene Bawumia nam se monto abama Bawumia na me ne Bawumia mbeko gala kojo opon one Bawumia nam ena se monto abama Bawumia be president na me kojo opon kroma kodi krom na kohwe na one Bawumia mbeko gala na asem wo tibi wen asem we normal a wo tibi wen na chairman Wontumi ni Bawumia na nam na o lead Bawumia campaign ena ono aba ho be ka che say ai me chairman Wontumi me ne Bawumia na nam o to maye na ye be ko Galamsey chairman Wontumi introduce say chairman Wontumi oye campaign ma Bawumia no oye campaign ma Bawumia so omo ba be ko Galamsey ana wa sa na wadwene yo se omoba na Galamsey na ekoso no oba na ono abekun Galamsey na weyi Galamsey frio chairman Wontumi ene Bawumia enti chairman Wontumi ba ne nsama aba nyina ewo yoko ni nyina no sa nsam nyina ebekoso yebebusa ni mu erade jagobo. It's very funny. I see a Jimmy. I say MPP for us will be a Jimmy wom. May I sure say election na MPP mu lose ye no na COVID-19 injection na de Agyapong kofa ba na poison no ni mienu aka abom ntia se mu nyina magimi sa poison na Agyapong kofa ba se COVID-19 vaccine any election na mu lose ye no aka bom it sometimes I say MPP ni bi agimi no I said something that is supposed to be a normal conversation I say MPP for nyina agimi after 2024 elections like they can't think again. I say they have all naturally become stupid like obi na onim say oh where the MPP ni oh where there say nyina enim no where there no a reason I say suddenly omu nyina abodam I say omu kasa I say omu di bini. It is shocking. They say one pan out to say MPP ni way there. It's so interesting. Me assure say Abena mu lose you know any COVID-19 vaccine na Agyapong kofa ba na poison no ye de bi wo mo eno na abeka boma ende amamu nyina ye munye stable mukasa te say dem adwiri nya adwuma hwe abo apapon hwe eye osu bempa Abronye hwe chema Wontumi hwe obi te say eye Salam Mustafa hwe eye Salakao hwe omu nyina aso mu nyina bodam aso wonya high fever asi abomu nyina lagatin so mu gina TV so kasa so mu kasa Wontumi stadium mu so say ya bom lagatin ana
ona ye be ye no me na me ye ho adwuma abon na wo bono region no eduru say ye kwa polling station abona me na me ye ho adwuma anti wa wote WhatsApp platform so aso ko pe MPB atunu no e be duro na adin nim because Wontumi me say Wontumi wani samu pass abon ni nso aba no Wontumi because me nya sore ne me nya ti free na ye mfa homa ntwem akire e de se me kwa koduru ba bia se se me ka kire ka no me ye apostle Kwadwo safo me ka break nim nti ka ne kwa me de me nsa bo ka no mu anaka na nkasa agina me nye break ntum nti me ka se Wontumi a polling station one me make sure say it's a matter of phone call na me nipa sumasi mon kra na free system no me no wa wie ati mun nya dede no this is
I say after 2024 I so nyina bodam emu nkwara emu penifo Abronye kan ya ka say kedede Agyapong wa bodam kura chen eye den osono in one of his videos enti me busa me say when the young fan to Abamamo, it's me. In fact, I'm worried. I'm very worried. If you have a party and Kwara Penifo are showing signs of madness, na say Wontumi nya obia or to me reasonable enough. And I'm I say a Jakpa say okope national chairman edi Nana Kumia. These are old horses. Nana Kumia or running STC down. Then some win as you olive oil or grease. Nana Kumia. Then some win as you olive oil or grease. Or running STC down, ko emanisi form. Nana Kumia. Or running STC to the ground. Okotena Metro TV, okotena Peace FM, en kwasi asamonkwa. Ono so owari we ya no bodam. Jakpa say ono so koye national chairman. Adentra. They say Jimmy Fono Dawson into who who say he's wise. So right now you see, Jakpa to me say one of the most clean politicians in the MPP or person obey regional chairman. Jakpa na the file that you ko ebini. Oya the chairman and the ochino be dem. A merry deal. Jakpa catch say when the dust settles. Otna radio so catch say a merry deal. Gabi Ochedako te auxiliary ote another committee. Sa akwa Jakpa. Ni docket eda yoko uyi ni chairman nde ochinobeko jail enya diu mo party no omo end this for betume guni ne day. They'll wait for you people to finish your congress. They'll lock everybody up because everybody who is contesting for a position in the MPP is a criminal. All the people are Omobabaye campaign as executives Bawumia abeg reggae elections, they all have criminal record. Into me and this year. Na me pese mrani adwuma I wait. Me twan mo nyina makọ wiem abo candidate Agyapong kof mo abo mo nyina wie. Na mo wiem Bawumia ni asay yi mo nyina. Me wie a na one by one me de obi adoketa beto TV so. Obi an be yi ne ho ano. Mo nya executive mpo enrane party no. Because 90% of more executives in their docket is sitting. The day we have primaries say king, moya bo Acheampong chairman the docket wo ho. Moya Nana Kumia chairman the docket wo ho. Sa executives o maki Nana bi mo eda ho ehome. It mo party no. I am telling you, someone in Nyansa and Kamo Guno. Ready. Someone in Nyansa, the Abronye Muye, Abronye with case than so. The Oyano, must say a year misdemeanor, no. It can upgrade to what we call felony. Abronye, the probability of him ending up in jail is high. A misdemeanor done so, Obesa committed the same crime, Obe ended up in jail. There's nothing, just a more Jimmy. More pleased for me, yemi show, mama me show. Now, this story is very important. Dormaahene and newly sworn in Court of Appeal judge Sarfo Agyapong II praises government's efforts in the fight against illegal mining, noting that the menace has gone down. Dormaahene Sebio ende wedi judge ache, and there's one thing people cannot take away from him. You might not like him, I understand. You might not like some of his utterances, I understand. We all have a clan, a society, a tribe. We all have something we love and we cherish, and we always appreciate. Say, a man for be appreciate it. And there are so many people who might not like this man. I don't care about that. How people feel about other people. There are people who don't like me too. Now, if there's one thing you cannot take from this man, is that he's brilliant at his work. He has been a judge for a long time, and I am yet to hear anybody say, Papa we di case be Emma Sebio case o di no Sebio we ndini ye or the Sebio akomashu ne di. With that, you cannot take from him. And you're promoting the Nako appeals court, and I'm still waiting for somebody to come and tell me or tell Ghana Dormaahene is not a good judge. He's not good at his job. You might have issues with him as a chief. Everybody, Obia with the right to have issues with anyone. Obia right to have issues with anyone. It's with that one, there be no problem at all. Maybe you penasem because of Dormaahene. Maybe you penasem because of insembia waka. Maybe you penasem because naturally, it is your opinion. You are entitled to that. But when it comes to Dormaahene as a judge, he has distinguished himself. And the distinction Wontumi maintaining in his career as a judge, and then the appeals court. Nende yati the nim movie no call the appeals court any other judges in some trouble and a Kotoko for and din komo. Ebusan senana na Galamsey ya ekoswo Ghana. Why Junior was saying Abena se amount for efre ekasa say state of emergency and Aban we enfant to her. Na Sebio wonswa oye Ghana ni first. Oye judge ni and I was say your hene ya pesi ebusa wo wadwene a ewo Galamsey hu no ene den Dormaahene ekasa efa eye illegal mining ho.
I've been on this tool for almost 26 and a half years. Galamsey the illegal mining did not start yesterday. It's been with us for some time. If you ask me about my assessment, I would say now it's going down. You know why I'm saying that? If you look at some of the steps that have been taken, before we're not hearing about the people in the blue, the water gas and all that. We're not hearing all that. You understand? People have invaded the forest reserve. We're not seeing that. Before this regime came, I know for a fact, because of the work that I do, 9 forest reserves have been taken over. Now that situation has been kept down. I wouldn't sit down here, I wouldn't stand here to say that Galamsey is gone. It's still with us. But I believe that if you look at now the seriousness, I want to encourage whoever is in charge, the Minister for Lands, government, the people of Ghana, we should ensure that we nip this situation in the bud. So far as I'm concerned, except at times I'm not in Doma, But I want to assure the people that so far as that area called Doma, once you are there, be sure that one day you'll be caught and you know the punishment. Minimum 15 years. Do you have to do that? So I'm calling on all Ghanaians that this is the only thing that our ancestors left for us, so we don't have to destroy the water bodies. We don't want to destroy our cocoa farms, and ensure that we do farming in the right way so that we can all be happy as Ghanaians.
So you think that the meeting is in the right direction?
Of course, yes.
A state of emergency, you think?
No, it has not come to that. Let's look at how much we garner in respect of mining. I mean, once you declare state of emergency, the question is that who can do? If we are not able to get that resources, there will be a gap. How is government going to? So there's a need for us to do it. As for mining, nobody will argue that there shouldn't be mining, but it has to be mined responsibly. That is the whole thing. People who are doing Galamsey, we are destroying ourselves. There's a need to start. I want to appeal, especially as a chief. We, the chief, should not say we don't have the power. If somebody could do it, it's in the jurisdiction and not allowing people to do it. Why can't you do it? In Dormaahene, if you come there, I'll arrest you and give you to the police so that you'll be prosecuted. I want to appeal to everybody. They should ensure that the people should not engage in Galamsey, because if you do it and you are arrested, you know the consequence for it. It will not be.
Enti Nana Dormaahene ende wakasa ende ubia enim se wa dane appeals court judge. Nijumadia wedi as a judge ende sebio yabono so ema wakoduru appeals court. Na nsentwerefo for kasa a omubusa no efa Galamsey ho nsensem no see. Sebio ono onya Kwara sa na sebio wedi hine so acha kakra na de no person kan say o see eba Galamsey ana illegal mining na sebio enye nde ene start ye ana se enra ade bia ene yatena ache sebio yana nankanso mo ene start bibia ye frɛ no de ngala sebio edwuma na omo ye eritu egudie no se wanya ne kwan paso a ene ye frɛ no illegal mining ana se gala enti sebio ohwe tete abakosemu a ya de mine no ewo ekwan bi so a sebio na ebi entwa ye eno na edidi mu abeduru na ende agi nsem a ewo se ye nyina yeko na okasa no o se eba okunwei a ye frɛ no Galamsey okunwei a yabusa ne se ohun ni sen aban wei ebo no homoden o se ono de na adwene opese o kyere as Ghana ni as sebio obi a Ghana so eda na koma so no o se onya akora na ni afi kakra aban aba ama aban kɔ wehu ɔko a ye nyina ya try sɛ yebɛko ama Galamsey ɛso atwa na ohun ni sɛ aban we adwumadi omudi no ɔne de ohun ni sɛ ɛyɛ ahokeka no ɛyɛ ahokeka bi a ohun ni sɛ ɛso ani na ohun sɛ de ɛma ni arehyiemu sɛ aban we ebetumi di dwuma no ama dwuma no sebio abɛyɛ dwuma a ɛbɛboa ye man no ama sebio illegal mine na Galamsey no so atwa ɛne sɛ ɛyɛ ye kwaye bribie ana kwaya na aboga na ho ban sebio ye kwaya ye nnua akasie sim sebio ekwaya na ye bo ho ban no sebio imbre bi betwa mu na nsen a eye sa kwaya na emu beye enkono nipa bi ebo wure mu a na sebio omudi asase no ebu nnuagu esai eye emu edien egudie na ose imre kitwe anase imre tiewe a eye aban eye NDC aban baaye wehu se ahokeka no akosoro yie enya kura no onse nani gani ya gani muni ngachi ose eye kwaye beye enkono kwaye bretuo beye enkono aban wei a eye NDC aban baaye ahokeka no nti omotumi enso esa de omo nsa atoso age e de amagana ban ama ende eye omo a omokokwayem ese ye nnua ese ye nsuo no ende kwaye nko enkono omotumi age ose eno ene ma na arehyiemu se eye Ghana man no se ye ma ye ho kwan na ye de ani to fom na sebio ye nyina ye dwene kompre na aban no ekeka ne ho yi a eye okunwe a ye frɛ no gala no anasa illegal mine no ye nyina ye betu ako ama Ghana afa no ntoma pefra na sebio ye sabusa na se nana na sebio amanfo efrɛ se eye state of emergency aban no emfanto kwan mu na sebio obia enjoy mine no Ghana ena ohene eka se sebio ontia eye state of emergency na emom Ghana ye ho kwan se ye wo eye den akwanya bi a ye betumi afa so anso ɛde abɔ yɛn nsase ɛne yɛ gudie sɛ amanfo ɛntu agudie no ɛwɔ kwan bɔ ne so a ohun ne sɛ state of emergency no ɛba kora a ɛde ahokyere ba bɛto yɛ so ɛfiri sɛ wontumi nka sɛ wode state of emergency abɛto mɛma obia ɛnyɛ den ɛntu agudie ɛfiri sɛ yɛwɔ nipa bi obɔ kurom ha ɔmo so ɛtu agudie no ɛwɔ kwampa so enti ɔse deɛ ɛbɛhia sɛ yɛbɛyɛ sɛ ɔman Ghanafoɔ ne yɛbɛyɛ nyina ne sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ yɛte aseɛ sɛ yɛka yɛn ho bom na yɛ make sure sɛ ɔmo a ɔmo kɔ deɛ ɛkwayam ɛyɛ gala yɛboa aban ɛbɔ aban aso na yɛso ma yɛ nida hɔ na deɛ aban nhyehyɛeɛ a wayɛ no yɛma make sure sɛ saa nhyehyɛeɛ no ɛdi mu ɛsipi na yɛtumi ɛbɔ ho ban ma ɛtumi ɛdi dwuma a ɛwɔ sɛ di a ohun ne sɛ state of emergency ɛho nhia nti ɔno deɛ ɔyɛ Ghana ni mom ɛna ɔsa yɛ ɔhene ɛna ɛndɛ ɔkɔ akɔpie appeals court no na koma so asɛm na ɔka sɛ deɛ wahu ne deɛ n'ani sɔ na ohun ne sɛ ɛnyɛ state of emergency na ɛbɛsolve illegal mining na ɛkɔ so no ɛyɛ aban nhyehyɛeɛ ɛne yɛne nso ɔmantim atimanfoɔ mu no timanmufoɔ no yɛn nso yɛ support anasɛ deɛ ɛbɛyɛ de aboa ama aban nhyehyɛeɛ a ɔtoto no sɛbio saa nhyehyɛeɛ no ɛbɛkɔ anasɛ ɛbɛsi ɛyɛ deɛ ne naso ɔhene akasa na wohu sɛ panyini kasa na nyansa wɔ mu a na nyansa wɔ mu nipa mu sei no ɔmo kasa a yɛmu bi yɛtie ɛfiri sɛ wokɔ ne fikyire a wohu ne sɛ ɛyɛ Galamsey no obia ntumi nyɛ bi wɔ hɔ n'ani ɛwɔ ho ɛndra na meka bibi sɛ ɛba Galamsey koɔ ɛba the fight against illegal mining a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛde ɛkoɔ no ɛkɔ ahemfie ɛwɔ sɛ yɛde akoɔ no ɛkɔma ahemfo no ɛfiri sɛ ahemfo dodoɔ mo Ghana ɛna sɛbio ɔmama ɛho kwan ɛma nsase a atwa Ghana ho ahyɛ nyinaa no ɛsɛn nti me deɛ me hu ɔhene a ɔyɛ n'adwene sɛ ɔbɛko etia ɛyɛ illegal mining ɛne Galamsey a saa ɔhene saa no ɔkasa metie sɛbio ɛnya ahonya sɛbio ɛnyɛ sɛbio ahohoahoa ɛna ma sɛbio nipa enya nipa animonyam ɛyɛ deɛ wankasa wobɛyɛ ɛyɛ wɔkyi anasɛ wofikyire deɛ wobɛyɛ nti adekodie nti a ma papa wei ɔka illegal mining ho asɛm a metie ne sɛ wɔtumi akyerɛ sɛ na sɛbio ɔmo a ɔmo hyɛ n'ase sɛbio odi ɔmo so no ɔmpene ɛma obia ɛmbetu egudi bɔne ɛwɔ n'asase so nti nipa sɛ na yɛtie ɔmo nsɛm ɛde bɔ ɔman ho bra ɛde kyekyere man nti me deɛ sɛ mete sɛ papa wei kasa na ɔkasa afa illegal mining ho a aya metie paa ɛfiri sɛ wakyerɛ wɔtwa sa no wama Ghanafoɔ ate ahyɛ sɛ woyɛ ɔhene a ɛyɛ responsibility sɛbio ɛyɛ wasɛdeɛ sɛ wɔbɛbɔ asase no ho ban wobɛ make sure sɛ obi ɛmbɔ nwura wasase mu na ɔmmɛtu agudie ɛmfa nkɔ na sɛbio wontena ɛyɛ deɛ atekyɛm ɛntena nsufi mu ɛnhyɛ kyawkyaw ɛnhyɛ agudie ɛnkyerɛ Ghana sɛ sɛbio wasase no ɛnyɛ hwee ɔse deɛ wayɛ ɛwɔ ne mfikyire kyerɛ sɛ ɔwɔ ho kwan sɛ ɔbɛka illegal mining ho asɛm ɛno nti na ɛndɛ menya abotrɛ adwudwam ama Ghanafoɔ hu sɛ ɛyɛ Dormaahene atwa ɔsa bi a saa asa na ɔtwa no sɛbio ɛwɔ sɛ yɛdi akyire na yɛboa ɛma Ghana ɛfa ne ntoma pa ɛfira forever and ever. Now amanfo bebree akasa na ebi ɛne ɛyɛ papa a yɛfrɛ no Chachuchi Kata ɛfa illegal mining ana Galamsey ho. Chachuchi Kata obi anim no ɛba sɛbio ɛyɛ law eba sebio eye yenjina court ni yenkyekye nsemu na yen sebio yentwitwa ngi nipa anase yenka na nipa bi a wodi bone yemfam kotu efiase no oye nipa bi a wawidra wo mu yie Ghana de se yebo Chachuchi Kata na onim na bia wo firi kata but Chachuchi Kata de obi anu se yebo awreni Chachuchi Kata ewo Ghana nsensemu court nsemu a na wo ye Ghana na onim na bia wo firi kata now ende wakasa afa eye Galamsey ho o say clearly there are vested interests that are protecting the Galamsey activities. Chachuchi Kata alleges Galamsey licenses were granted to people closer to people of power. The renowned lawyer points to political connections as a key factor in illegal mining. And Chachuchi Kata ekasano or say yenyina ye ni tia de ekosiri yehu sebio de Emma Galamsey we ne ko aye din ne se nipa bia na mo ban tumi nipa bia na se bi otumi bedi om nsem nipa bia na mo dwene se sa tumi ne de ama om no omo betumi afa koti kwan so e de certificate license ama ere Ghana fo bi ana nipa bi emomotu egudie no o se nipa bia na mo ban tumi na se bi omo fa koti kwan so e de enya license a omo de bowura yensase so a omode essay eye yensase mumye kotie Chachuchi Kata unim na ufri kata.
One is that clearly there are vested interests that are protecting the whole situation that we find ourselves in. There are vested interests which are trying to prevent any serious combating of what we publicly are recognizing is an untenable situation. I mean, you ask yourself, if we all proclaim that this is something terrible, why is it that there's still some people who are able to get away with, mining in forest areas, illegal, mining in various parts of the country? I mean, clearly, some of these people have felt protected politically, for instance. And again, I think we need to call a spade a spade. I mean, in the last 8 years, you look at the number of licenses that were granted for mining, including mining in these forest areas and so on. And it doesn't make sense. I mean, if you were saying a year ago, you were raising issues, alarms about this, why was it possible, even just before the handover to a new government that had been elected, in the December election, why was it possible for so many new licenses to be granted? Why? You ask yourself.
You talk about in the last 8 years, but you do understand that even before the last 8 years, Galamsey was still rampant.
I understand that. All I'm pointing out is that we are talking about continued Galamsey activities, even in the face of us all agreeing as a country that this is doing a lot of damage. Yes, it's been there, but the scale of it in the last year has been extraordinary. I mean, your colleagues, investigative journalists, have been, exposing some of these things. Everybody is talking about it. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying that it's a new problem. I'm saying that the scale of the problem has been extraordinary, and it would not have reached these levels if it did not have the backing of powerful vested interests.
And
one is that clearly there are...
so Amayatiasia or say Galana Ekosu Mummy enjoyed the Nayano. Mamma may nyachum. Say be 8 years here a chemi. Seni yina soon. Say yensu say Galamsey Koswa. A dainty na abino eda homa license. Because unkuta license untumi nko forest enko mining. And majority of the people who got the license, omo na omo ko hwa. Instead of them to do responsible mining, they did illegal mining. And to say asami tiawa. Mummy enjoy na ho say yenim de ekoso. Problem a ye wo musisi ano eye aban a ekufuado ne Bawumia na omo da no. Ye say ye bre assassin is say insuo ne say. And so still na ekufuado any Bawumia mo issue license. Omo issue over 2,000 license. Abrana Ghana focus say nipa a wo mo license no. Omo no mo ko nwure mu a na omo the license no edi bone. Nti say wo say o pesa wo ko illegal mining na. Adan na still a wo da ho ema license. Abrana Ghana for ATM say eye illegal mining no ebe say edien ebe say kuro no. Nti say hey, momi enjai pesa minkumunya ene dien sebio hypocrisy no. Problem a ye face no eye MPP aban omo dwumadi omo di ya omo ma nipa bi omo ban tumi etumi nya certification enya license etumi bowura eye de ye kwayem ene ye nsase so because asam no ekuye Galamsey no say ya de na be ma panyini a odi enim onim nyansa se ade na ekuye na oda ho ema license ema nkofo ho kwan se omonko na omonko nkoye because obi beje license na so okoye mining na at the end of the day, when you fail to monitor the person, majority of them will use it to do illegal mining. And that is what the previous government failed to do. It's a simple thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish I can continue this. My voice really hurts. It is not easy. I keep telling the young people, Sawoto ebenja, oh yedim pipragura, don't go there. Majority of you people in Ghana, now you say chairman Wontumi die. Why the bet to me then saka chairman Wontumi Ghana? And your physical, I am ra.